German Chancellor Angela Merkel in the midst of an open border crisis that could put her out of a job. And that is exactly what President Trump is trying to stop from happening here in the United States.
We have no wall. We have no border security. Without a border, you don't have a country. You don't have a country.
But with a record number of asylum seekers on America's doorstep, what needs to be done to strengthen the border?
Is the president's tough approach going to save us from the same fate as Germany? Joining us now is former UK Independence Party leader and Fox News contributor Nigel Farage, joining us live here in the studio.
Morning.
It is so nice to see you this morning. So what do you think about what's happening in Germany?
Do you know, she was the most powerful European leader. You know, been in power for over a decade. She was the dominant figure, not just in Germany, but in the entire European Union. And one decision has completely ruined her career and her legacy. And it was, I think, the worst decision any Western leader has taken in modern times. As many of you as want to come, can come. Over 1 million people came into Germany. And, you know, we've now seen, in the last 4 years, over 1,000 people in Europe killed or maimed by refugees coming into these countries. And a new party in Germany has emerged. It's called the AfD, the Alternative for Deutschland. It's getting near 20% in the polls, and it's put the absolute fear of God into the establishment. Now, she's got 2 weeks to try and convince the European Union to change direction. But it's a bit rich, isn't it? For the person who opened the door to say to the rest of Europe, it's time to get tough, she's finished.
The president says, you know, Germany has this high crime rate that's gone up. He gets lambasted by the media here saying that the crime rate has technically gone down. But if you look at the numbers, 2015, 2016, and that's when kind of this all really became a problem, the violent crime rate went up something like 10% in Germany. These are murders, rapes, and 90% of those crimes were attributed to young male refugees. This is coming from Reuters.
And please don't forget crimes against women. I mean, you've got, basically, what are called refugees are in fact young males. 80% of them are under the age of 30. They come from cultures in which women aren't even second-class citizens. Is anyone surprised that, you know, the huge rise in sexual crime? Look, immigration led to the Brexit vote. Immigration led to the new Italian government. Immigration will finish off Angela Merkel. And President Trump was elected on a very tough ticket of dealing with illegal immigration. And now you've got the liberal media screaming at everything he does. But the one thing's for certain, if Trump does not hold true and really tighten immigration, many of those people who came out and voted for him won't do it again. So it's a key issue here too.
So let's take a look at some numbers, because there has been a 27% increase in asylum seekers in the United States. That's just in 2017. You mentioned President Trump and his tough stance. You also see the other side of this, how this week especially the talk has ramped up about what's going on at the border, about the separation of families with the kids. What do you think the United States can learn from what's happened in Germany, and what do we need to do going forward?
Well, you know, we took a load of child migrants from Calais across the English Channel. It turned out many of those who were called children were in fact over 18, and one of them tried to blow up the London subway. So it's very easy to be compassionate, but you've got to understand that in the case of America and these borders, many of these children are actually being used as a means to get other people in, many of whom aren't even their families. You've got to. Trump has got to stay tough on this and ignore all the screams coming from the liberal media.
Is the tough part being pragmatic while not appearing to be soulless? Because, I mean, it's clear when you look at the numbers in asylum seeking in this country, this is being abused at a record rate. I mean, there's not just suddenly 1,000% more people that need asylum from other countries.
No,
it's just, this is the loophole. They figured out the loophole, and they're being told what to do. They're being coached on how to do it. And here they are.
Well, you know, Trump has done many things that he promised the electorate he would do. It's very impressive. The one thing he hasn't done yet, he hasn't built the wall. Maybe it's time he started.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to make some progress on that. I think there is some parts of it coming up, but he's trying to get the funding. That's the hard part, is the money.
That's the hard part, and obviously Congress, he's got to get this through. But he needs, talking tough is one thing. Delivering is what really matters.
Talking and acting.
Absolutely.
Nigel Farage, great to have you here with us. We appreciate it.